right, welcome back to D&D. So, last time you played, you had fought some additional flesh creatures before eventually fighting some versions that had been almost imperfect copies of yourself and that had been created by a gigantic kind of ever-growing flesh blob monster that had been created by a wizard attempting to simplify the clone spell that didn't quite work out for you, or for him, I guess. I guess both parties failed in that regard. You were, however, able to recover the plans to cure the sonic weapon. You were then able to bring that back. They were able to devise a cure for you, which they then provided you, as well as bringing it up to the layer above to cure the city with the kind of strange Asti folks. From there, you were able to get your armor cleaned after having been somewhat slimed. You said goodbye to your goblin friend Three Taps, who returned to her people, and you were given access to a teleporter, which has teleported you down to the final level of this lab you've been investigating. So, we leave you there. You find yourself in a domed room. It is a white stone room with the ceiling about 15 feet high, a door directly in front of you. The room itself is chilly, cold. There is still air. You can't hear anything, although you're able to hear your breathing, so you know you're not in the silence anymore.
Right. Is there any signs of life in this room that they recent?
Make a perception check.
Here's perception. Back to normal.
Let me get
Yeah.
my sheet back up, and
Or if you would like, you can also make an investigation check.
I will do that.
Oh, I would have preferred the investigation. Can I redo that?
I would say one of you can roll with advantage, so I would say just have Graham roll again.
Okay. Haha.
Looking around this room, you do not see any signs of recent life. The room itself is actually very well sealed. The door in front of you closes with a very extreme precision. Actually, yeah, with that 20, go ahead and make a history check, if you would.
I will. As soon as it stops being stupid. Haha.
Yeah. All right. Well, Graham, damn, a 27. Wow, that's pretty good. All right. Yes, Graham. This room is very obviously, to you, a dwarven-built room, specifically of Arwellan dwarves from a extremely specific clan of stone builders, who, funny enough, the name from Dwarvish would translate to stonecrafter.
Okay.
Their handiwork is seen throughout this, the very perfectly mathematically created dome, the very finely fitted door that just closes with a perfect seal, but you suspect that even after having been built centuries ago, it would still be able to be pushed open, no problem whatsoever. The room itself has excellent acoustics. There's been some magic that has been placed into the room itself to give it a very nice kind of atmospheric sense to it, reminiscent of, you would suspect, the tiny hut spell.
Graham will relay all that.
But yeah.
I assume there is really nothing, though, in this room to really explore. It's just the entrance.
Yep, you just see the teleport circle that you arrived on, curiously, you don't really notice any way to activate it from where you are.
Okay.
It does look like the activation symbol that would be typically resting on a pedestal has possibly been removed, or maybe not even built in the first place. It is difficult to tell.
Okay. Well, let's I guess see what's outside this hut.
Okay. As you push open the door opens up perfectly balanced. It gives you very little in the way of resistance, and you are immediately struck by an intense heat that just kind of fills the room as this very hot, choking, ash-filled air flows in from outside. As you look out across, you can see a kind of plain of a desolate, ashy terrain, occasionally broken up by these small rivers of lava flowing across. In the distance, maybe half a mile to a mile, you see what looks to be a small kind of city with a large curtain wall surrounding it. And you can see the small, short towers, as well as what appears to be a statue of a humanoid figure. It's difficult to make out in the distance, especially with the kind of haze in the air, but you can certainly see that it is very clear ahead in front of you.
Are we in hell, guys?
I'm sorry?
Are we in hell?
I think so. Or maybe like the top level of it.
So seems kind of vaguely hell-like.
Yeah.
It's hellish.
Does anybody see Karlak or Will? I guess make our way over there downtown.
Can I do a history on the statue?
Yes. Do this at disadvantage for the simple purpose that the statue is very, very far away.
15.
Based upon your earlier roll, on your earlier history check, and just the knowledge of the area, you suspect that this is also a Stonecrafter clan statue, probably of either a dwarven ancestor or possibly a dwarven representative of the gods.
Interesting.
But you definitely suspect it to be dwarven built.
All right.
Yes.
Do we know anything about dwarves that would be from this region, quote unquote?
This would be another history check. This one would just be a standard.
Okay.
Have we?
21.
You recall that the Arwellan Empire had brought in dwarven builders and engineers to come and work on specific projects. They weren't the only stonecrafters or architects that had come in, but certain clans had become extremely adept at doing like these kinds of jobs, so very specific needs did have them brought in for anything that required very exact specifications. They were, in fact, the ones that built the sea tower within Vaxwall itself.
So it's not impossible that this is just deep underground things and not going to hell things.
It just looks a lot like hell. I think we went to actual hell, and it was not like this.
This is how you turn out. You find out that the teleporter accidentally disintegrated you.
This is where you go when you get holodecked, or when you get beamed down to a planet in Star Trek.
You see, it actually just makes an exact copy of you, and only one copy can exist at once. You were just the unfortunate ones that got disintegrated.
Ah, Soma.
These things happen.
Evidence by Thomas Riker.
You are all William Riker now.
No.
But yes, the before you stretches a what once very well built road. You can see that now it has over the centuries cracked and been just kind of coated in a layer of ash. You also do notice ruins of small buildings here or there. Stone looks like maybe they've been desolated through some sort of natural disaster of some sort, but it's difficult to tell as they are old and definitely have had through the ages just wear them down.
Uh,
Follow the only road. Check out the buildings.
any wildlife we see before we start going off?
Make a
Wow.
perception check.
Go for it.
Of the wildlife, you don't see much. You do see very occasionally some small insects and maybe the occasional lizard that has adapted to this extreme heat.
Okay.
The pressure here is immense. Hey, kids, want to try drugs?
All
Yes.
the cool kids do it.
All right. Let's, I guess, follow the road to go to
Our options seem somewhat limited.
town.
Haha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
So yes, as you follow this road along, you do see these kind of broken buildings, and you arrive at a larger lava river. This one has a stone bridge that is crossing it. The bridge itself, you can see, is a much sturdier construction. The stonework on it is very well created. The destruction to the buildings around it are not. It shows a level of care for the bridge versus the buildings itself. You suspect the buildings are probably not the same that had been built by the people who built the bridge or the dome you arrived in.
That's something.
Before we cross the bridge, since it obviously looks dirty, is there anything that could be in the lava waiting for us to cross the bridge?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Jesus.
I will just go with the that 15 there.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope, you are completely safe.
Otto, as you look into the lava to just kind of take a look and see if maybe there's something there that could be dangerous, you don't see anything. You see that the lava itself kind of flows very slowly through it. You do notice the occasional kind of bubble that like bursts and sprays just small amounts. But this is just as far as you can see, just molten rock that kind of just flows slowly but steadily underneath this bridge.
Okay. Well, nothing for it.
I'll cross first.
Okay.
Make 887 Constitution checks.
Otto, as you are about halfway over the bridge, you do notice some creatures beginning to rise from the lava. You should roll better. You see a strange, large creature holding a spear, and it just rises from the lava and begins to stab at you. I would like everybody to go ahead and click on your character and roll initiative.
Oh, lava monster.
Also, Otto, what weapon are you using? Sword and shield?
Yeah, sword and shield.
Okay.
My
It's just-
paranoia would have had me do that anyway.
Just before this, I was thinking to myself, I'll probably encounter an LLM, a large lava monster.
As soon as I saw the bridge, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get attacked. Like, but I obviously wanted to do the roll because I knew.
It's a good idea. It's just that technically you rolled good, but I rolled their stealth better.
Initiative. I roll it bad. Roll it bad.
Yeah, you still roll better than me.
Stupid thing.
Initiative is the key to my DPS abilities.
Yeah.
Kind of need it to be good, otherwise I'm just plinking away.
There's that one ability that like that feat that lets you like
Alert.
have a really alert. That's the one. Oh wow! Damn, normally I roll pretty. Damn, this guy rolled quick. All right.
Oh,
Well, on the
remember
plus
this
side,
guy.
however, you are no longer in the silence.
Hooray! Everybody dies. Well, everybody we fight dies.
Now you can hear me when I tremble in fear.
Everybody burns to death every once in a while. All right. We begin. A large fire creature, and one you have seen before, just rises from the lava. This creature is a gigantic humanoid of burning flesh, and it makes its way lumbering towards you.
Otto's gonna yell, "Hey, Bert! Long time no see."
He's making his way downtown.
All
He's
right.
walking fast.
Quite actually, he can move pretty quick for the size. All right. Yeah. So Otto, yeah, you just this intense heat flows towards you, and you can see that the creature is putting out this tremendous amount of light. Already, this area was pretty brightly lit already from just the magma and the lava itself, but this creature really is just absolutely horrifying in that regard. It flows towards you, and it is going to attempt to swipe at you.
Miss.
Swipes at you again.
Oh.
Does a 19 hit or no?
No, 21 is the number.
Okay. So you're able to avoid the first swipe swings, and it is something you're able to dodge out of the way. The second one goes to hit, and you're able to just get your shield up in time, and it just kind of like just brushes against the shield. You can feel the heat, but not enough to actually hurt. It's like holding a hot coffee cup.
Wait, can I sue this guy's McDonald's franchise for some money?
Don't knock that lady. She got third-degree burns from that coffee.
Indeed, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, this creature is 400 degrees, and it will cause nerve damage if it hits you.
I already have that.
I do too. It's called working.
Firm. You're quick on the draw.
Yeah, I got guns.
Blast that fool.
The gun bun.
I guess let me try to hit this guy.
Okay.
There, fiery man.
You've got gun, hun.
All right. You do hit. So your first shot hits. Your second shot, however, just kind of goes over the creature. Maybe it's just the haze of the heat causing the aim to get thrown off. But you see the bullet kind of tear through, but the fire quickly flows back. Not as much as it was before, but you definitely see that it doesn't seem as damaged as you would expect from such a strong shot initially.
Can't shoot fire.
I mean,
Not
you
that
can, but
And yeah, not that attitude.
Let's see. Aurora can do anything. Yeah, I guess Aurora can move to here. and she'll try to bite him.
All right.
Suddenly, it starts raining and the fire elemental gets turned off.
I'm not doing this, man.
Well, she certainly does. All right. And remind me now, does Aurora have what count? Like, does she
Her attacks count as magical for
for the purpose of damage? All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aurora just rushes forward and just bites into this creature, and you can see the flames kind of pouring from her mouth as she just rips in and just tears out this large amount of just magical fire, and she kind of spits it out, and the section she bit, you don't see it, the fire flowing back in like it did with the bullet, as the creature seems more heavily damaged by this, and it kind of makes this horrifying moaning sound as Aurora has just torn into it.
That was the cheese tax.
spicy cheese tax. Alright, I guess that's it for me.
All right, on to the salamanders. But yes, you fought these creatures before when you were in the Underdark.
I vaguely remember these. And the icon is like, this is familiar.
All right. 30. All right, so it moves forward, and it's going to, yeah, it's going to stab at Fern with its spear.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you.
So yeah, you see it going towards you. It has a spear. It is holding it in both hands, so it just kind of stabs as hard towards you as possible. 19 hits.
Yeah.
Dealing, you just feel like the stab into your side, and you feel like the intense heat radiating from it. So you're going to take 7 piercing damage, 2 fire damage. And it is going to then whip its tail. Yeah.
Got the whippy tail.
Yeah, you see this, the tail whip at Fiffle. However, Fiffle is able to avoid this tail as it just kind of like rapidly swings around and attempts to grab you, and you're just able to duck out of the way in time. On to the second. 5, 10. Graham, it's going to run towards you, and it's going to do the same thing where it's going to stab at you with its spear. However, it is going to miss as it kind of stumbles a bit as it gets from the lava onto land. And it just goes to like stab, but it's just so wild that you're not concerned until it whips at you with its tail. However, still stumbling, the tail just is unable to get purchase, and you're able to avoid the damage from it.
Otto's gonna yell, shouldn't have skipped agility drills.
As you're yelling this,
Elemental's jumping into tires like on a football field.
That's what I was thinking.
as you yell at this Otto, this other salamander rushes towards you and stabs at you with this spear. Distracted from you taunting its friend, it hits you for 13 piercing damage and 1 fire damage.
Wait, let me see what shield is. I think it's 5, right?
You know, I actually don't
I'm
100%
checking now.
remember. Yeah, let me check quickly so I don't screw you over.
No, I got it here.
Plus 5. Yep.
Okay, I won't do that. All right, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna take 13 piercing damage, 1 fire damage as it just like stabs you in the side, and then it whips its tail around, but you're able to avoid the tail hitting you.
Yeah, so you should have done tail agility drills. Okay, let's see.
Biffle, you are up.
Piffle takes his short sword and tries to stab this thing in the tail,
Okie dokie.
or whatever body part presents itself.
Yeah.
Stab.
All right. Fifthel, you were able to actually get purchase, and you stab it in the tail as you're able to just kind of slip through a bit of the creature's kind of strange scaled body.
That's what you get for being a large creature.
Yeah.
Easy to stab.
So it's going to suffer from... Now, is your sword magical?
I believe being a +1 implies that it is magical.
It is, yes.
That's how it gets it.
Yep. It is magical indeed.
Okay. Piffle then
Do you plan
bonus
to
action disengages and runs over here, kind of.
Okay. Do you do the sneak attack damage on it as well?
Oh yeah, I was engaged with Fern.
Yep.
Aha.
Technically. Woo. Good stuff.
Okay. However, Fiffle, as you go and stab it, some of the creature's blood sprays out and strikes you, and you are going to take... hold on a second. There you are. 8 fire damage.
What the crap?
But you're able to disengage and run away.
Okay.
You will return for vengeance and shove him back into the lava.
I don't know that I'm shoving anybody anywhere.
Nah.
The problem is I don't think Piffle is smart enough to be like, oh, only my magic sword will damage this fire monster.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to shoot arrows at it and be like, oh, it doesn't work. And then change my mind. For realism's sake.
You have fought these creatures before.
We have, huh?
Yeah, you fought them. This was a while ago. I mean, in your timeline, this is actually maybe a couple of weeks. This is like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago.
All right.
But I guess
I may have some existing knowledge.
But yeah, I can't even remember. I'd have to check the video where you actually fought them to see how long ago IRL it was. All right then, but yeah, Otto, you're up.
If I move over one to the right, I no opportunity attack, right? He can still hit me.
Yes, he is still adjacent to you. Yep.
Cool. I will hit fire elemental boy.
All right.
And boom.
All right, and you have a +1, so your sword is magic. So you do hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
One more time.
All right, both of those hit. Okay, for a total of 23.
Yep. And I will stay here. I don't think I can do anything fancy right now.
Let's see here.
I was promised fanciness.
Yep. So Otto, as you strike this fire elemental, you are also suffer the.
I was absolutely expecting that.
Yeah. So you take your first strike deals. You spray a little bit of fire upon you, taking 2 fire damage. It's just a spark that strikes you. The second one more so, as you can feel like the heat kind of burn you more as you like strike it with this melee attack.
Okay. I was prepared for the consequences of my action. How's he looking though?
It's still standing. It's difficult to say as the creature is, made of fire. Graham, you are up.
Okay.
He's got a fire thong if you really look at that icon.
Graham is gonna use a bonus action to cast his spiritual weapon over here.
Right.
Actually, it's force damage, so I think we ran into something similar where, because it's force damage, it doesn't cause it to bleed. Does that track?
You're attacking the salamander, or you're putting it next to the salamander?
Well, I'm asking about whether I would know about the magic weapon causing bleeding or not.
The force damage, you don't recall it. Yeah, because it's. I'm just trying to. Let me just check a quick look at something quickly.
Because I remember we had that. I just don't remember if it was with these guys or with another enemy that had acid blood, like the false Hydra or whatever?
You did not fight a false Hydra. You fought a regular Hydra.
Oh.
Well, sort of.
We fled like cowardly chickens.
I mean, I got to cast
Still.
Power Word Go on Gid, so...
You are, from your previous experience, you are reasonably certain that your spiritual weapon did not cause the fire to spray when it was struck.
In that case, I'm going to put it right next to Otto, and it is going to swing at the fire elemental.
Okay.
Actually, are both of these injured, the two side by side?
The fire elemental is the only one that is injured.
Then I'm going to swing for the other one first, one time.
Okay.
The undamaged one. With the
weapon that is
I think
spiritual?
Yeah, the spiritual weapon, which will be... Does 22 hit?
Oh, yes it does. Damn,
I
that's
would hope so.
damn, +9, that's a nice.
Pretty good. I've got that focus, and it helps with magic.
It does indeed. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so it's going to take 7 force damage.
Okay.
And then Graham, friend is my other character, is going to cast Toll the Dead on the two side by side. And now that they're both damaged, they'll both have to make a wisdom save or take 2d12 necrotic.
Okie dokie.
DC,
All
I
right.
believe, is 17? Yeah.
It's a wisdom save, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, just, can you give me the...
22 damage.
Damn, Daniel. Alright.
Pretty good for a cantrip.
Okay, 14 from the salamander.
So it takes the full... Oh, the fire elemental makes it.
The fire... It's not... Yeah, it's only like... They're both... Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, that being said, so Toll the Dead on this fella, that was 22.
Yep.
So let me pull up my handy-dandy calculatizer. And this guy is only going to take a... no, it's actually...
No, I don't think he takes anything.
He doesn't take
all
any
or
because it's a
nothing.
cantrip. That's right. Yep, sucker save. All right. Still up really good on that one hit there.
Yeah.
Graham, did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
He gives a sermon.
Nah, Graham's gonna chill where he is.
All right, we're gonna go to the fire elemental. Fire elemental, you didn't really get the idea that it is exactly the smartest creature, so it's going to once again strike at Otto, missing and missing. Yeah, Otto, this thing's just kind of like waving at you, and you're just able to find yourself able to just kind of avoid the swipes of this creature without it really doing anything that you're concerned about there. That was kind of like lumbering and slow. On to Fern. Fern, there is a creature directly next to you.
Yes, I will be hopping away from it.
Rabbit hop yourself to freedom.
1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. So what there? It's 15 feet. And then, I'm just gonna, like, walk a little bit more. And then I will cast,
Murder.
magic
Gun.
weapon on my gun.
All right. And that's a bonus action, so that's very nice.
Nice.
Oh, well, dang. I can't use it as a full action.
No. It's either a bonus or a action.
Yeah, I run into this all the time. It's the
Because
real
the-
limiter on cleric.
The rabbit hop, to use that, I had to use a bonus action, so I can't use magic weapon as just my action.
No, unfortunately you can't, no. You would have done really well in Dark Heresy where you actually could do something like that.
She would be the most destructive person probably.
But unfortunately the creature, yeah, because of the way bonus action works, you're unable to cast magic weapon this turn.
Okay, then I will just, shoot at, this guy. Here.
Okay.
Shoot him in the face.
Okay. So you fire, and your first round strikes directly in the creature's chest. The second round, however, just deflects off of like the thick scales of this monster.
Mm-hmm.
This creature, it also seems like it's not, except like when you shot it, it doesn't seem like it did as much damage as you were expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it struck real nice into the chest, it kind of like the bullet just kind of sinks in only a little bit and then kind of falls. You can see some of the blood flowing from it, but not anything that would spray out and actually strike anybody directly next to it. So yeah, not bad.
There's now a lava pool under him.
All right. And did you wish for Aurora to do anything?
She uses my bonus action, so she
yes.
will just be. I think she could help someone or dodge. So she'll just be dodging, I guess, until somebody needs something.
Alrighty then. All right, we're going to go to the salamander. We're going to start with the salamander that is closest to Otto. It is going to spirit you. However, as you're kind of like, as you're like stepping away from the fire elemental, it goes to stab, and you just are able to duck out of the way in time. And then it whips at you with its tail.
You know what? I'll let it hit.
Okay. All right. So you just get this strike from the tail that hits you and does 14 bludgeoning and 7 fire damage. And I would like for you to make either a athletics or acrobatics to attempt to escape being grappled as the tail kind of like curls around you. You're able to kind of push yourself away and out of being grappled by the tail. So you are currently not grappled, but you did see it attempt to wrap around you and crush you.
Yep. Okay.
All right. We're going to go to the one next to Graham. It is going to spirit Graham.
That'll hit.
And it's going to deal 13 piercing damage and 3 fire damage as it just like stabs into you, Graham. And you just feel like the intense heat as this... You can see that the spear tip, having been dipped into the lava, is like just kind of this red hot. And then it is going to swipe at you with its tail.
I don't... Oh, no, I can. I'm going to use my reaction to shield that.
Okay.
So my AC will be 24 for the rest of the round.
All right. So you see this tail go, and you just the kind of like very thick serpentine tail, and it swipes around, and it's going to go to strike you, but you just see these like kind of ghostly forms appear in front, and you see like them push the tail back as it just like this just bare ghost figure just appear and just protect you. And the salamander, I mean, it's not human, but it looks somewhat shocked.
Good.
We have the last salamander, and it is going to...
Be mad.
It looks to Spiffle, it looks to Fern.
Don't look at me.
And it runs to Fiffle. 5, 10.
No.
I did odds or evens.
And you're pretty odd.
It goes to stab at Fiffle, however, I'm assuming your
People
AC...
says eek and leaps in the air.
And then it swipes its tail at you. And the tail hits, actually, because I'm assuming you don't have 25.
Very large tail.
And it's just kind of like, as you leap and leap in the air, the tail just wraps around you and crushes and does 14 bludgeoning and 5 fire. And you can make either athletics or acrobatics to attempt to escape this grapple.
The eep and leap has failed me? Impossible.
Okay, math. That's... Oh.
You're able to just kind of wriggle your way out from the tail. The eep and leap only mildly unsuccessful.
Okay.
But You are now adjacent to this creature.
All right. So when I stab it, I just automatically get sprayed in the face. That's the
Yeah.
great. Well. Yeah, Piffle doesn't like these things.
I'm just gonna say it. Not a fan.
Yeah. What if
Not
I
very
run
dangerous.
away instead of fighting this thing? Not helpful. If I pick its pocket instead of probably just be more lava.
You get a lava coin.
Ice to the century.
I don't know if you would want to pick. You're not sure if it has pockets. Maybe a prison pocket. You're not sure.
Thanks, it has pockets.
Well, I guess I stab it.
Okay. Well, you do hit very successfully. All right. Yeah, you just stab into this creature. You see the sword just kind of slide through, no problem whatsoever. But as you stab into it, more fire of the creature's blood sprays upon you, and you take an additional 8 fire damage.
Yeah, so if I keep fighting these things, I am going to die.
It's troublesome, yes.
Yeah. Piffle bonus action disengages again and runs like over here.
All right. Fern, you just see Fiffle scamper behind you.
with smoke trailing.
I'm picturing like Wile E. Coyote chasing the Roadrunner.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking like a Hanna-Barbera like sound effect.
Are you okay?
No! Not okay.
Really on fire.
You need some healing.
Fiffle singed, a little horrified. All right. Fiffle, did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
No, I think that's my turn.
Otto, you're up.
I'll hit fire elemental again.
Okay.
What is this?
Well, that does hit, yes. For 12 slashing damage.
Wait, what? Okay, wait. I'm confused why I did that. I'm very confused, by the way. It's a 12.
Okay. Yeah, your second swipe goes, but it's able to just kind of just. It only seems to strike like the little bits of fire and doesn't actually seem to hit it. And I'm just.
Here, somebody,
It
my
is
fire
going to
damage.
give you. I'm just double checking because they have different fire damage dice they use. So you take 7 fire damage as like the strike sprays you with the fire.
Okay,
So
that should be it.
All right, Graham.
okay.
Our Grammaton cleric is up.
It is probably for the best that he's not a Grammaton cleric. For starters, I'm going to repeat the attack with the magic weapon, this time on the fire elemental,
Roger Dodger.
with a spiritual weapon. 17 hit.
It does indeed.
Nice. 5 force damage.
Okay. And Otto, you are lucky to see that it doesn't affect the. As this like thing strikes the creature, and it doesn't seem to cause the fire to spew onto anybody. Although Aurora seems rather unsinged, so.
Magic dog teeth. Graham is gonna do another Toll of the Dead on the two of them.
Alright.
DC 17 Wisdom save.
We will start with the Salamander, who is going
Makes
to
it.
pass, and
Does not make it.
all right,
Only 5 this time.
still.
Okay. Pass turn. Well, actually, I'm going to move here to provide better cover on this side, so pass turn.
All right, Fire elemental. Once again, not smart. Swipes at auto, but it does hit. Dealing 8 plus 6 is 14 fire damage. As where before it was sluggish, now it actually like kind of strikes out a lot faster than you were expecting and is able to just kind of hit you right in the chest. And then it strikes again, but the first strike kind of puts you on your toes and you're able to just duck out of the way in time as its like other hand slowly like swipes above you.
He's kind of mad.
Fern, you're up.
He's kind of mad, guys.
Do you have any idea how mad you were going?
Let's see. I will.
He's Zoro jaw mad.
I will go ahead and do my magic weapon.
Okay.
On my gun.
All right. I'll put a little concentration icon on you so we know that you're concentrating.
And then I will move next to Fiffle and I will give him a cure wounds.
Oh, thanks.
5. Okay.
A little bit.
It's better than nothing. You'd be. It's surprisingly how like you
It's
can.
better than a splash of lava in the face.
Yeah.
It's less worse.
Yeah.
Trademark.
All right.
Did you wish to do anything else or just that?
I was thinking about moving. Yeah, I'll move over here.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Fiffle, you see Fern head up to provide you some cover and then immediately run away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Give you little heals.
All
I
right.
don't want to
boosty.
be like.
Now let me get out of here because the lava monsters like Piffle too much.
Yeah. Well, they're chasing. One of them's chasing us, and I don't want to be
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
completely across the map from everybody else.
All right. We're going to start with the salamander closest to Otto. It is going to spirit Otto, but it is going to miss. And it's going to swipe at him with its tail, which is also going to miss. Then the one closest by Graham stabs at Graham
Miss.
and swipes at you with the tail
That will hit.
for 11 bludgeoning and 11 fire.
That was a high roll.
Yeah, it was.
37 HP. Graham is just the fucking beating.
Wait, did you do your full rest or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I was at full HP one half encounter ago. I am now at 37 out of 75. And grapple check?
Yes, please. Athletics or acrobatics. But Graham is strong from hauling sheep or whatever and is able to avoid being grappled by this creature.
Whatever, bailing hay. Send it.
Last one is going to move as Fern is the closest and is going to spirit Fern. 22 hit.
Yeah.
For a total of 9 piercing and 5 fire damage. And can you make a constitution save to maintain concentration, please? You are able to maintain concentration, and it is going to whip at you with its tail, but it is going to miss. All right. Fiffle, you're up. You've seen it just stabatize Fern.
Okay. I'm gonna creep up behind it.
Okay.
And I'm going to stab it again.
All right.
You'll never see this one coming.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh god.
As you go to stab it, unfortunately, the sword kind of just bounces off the kind of thick scales of this creature.
Okay. I will be sad.
Look on the bright side, you didn't get lava blood on you.
Yeah, if I don't hit, then I don't get lava blood on me.
Yeah.
Getting some real Pavlov.
All right.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
using that? So dumb. Okay.
I think I know
Reminding
the short
myself
bow,
of
too.
shit I can do. That's important.
You know, funny thing, I think I know the short bow. I was surprised you weren't using it, but
The short bow is not magical.
I thought didn't I give one of you guys a magic short bow at some point?
I don't think so. Not me.
Oh wait, that's right. Yes. Never mind. That wasn't a thing you actually bypassed.
Great.
You know
So I
what?
could have been using Uncanny Dodge like all the time and completely been forgetting about it. Where the hell is my bonus action options? Oh, that's this.
I ordered a fancy bow, but it wasn't ready by the time we came down here.
It's true. But you have your guns. It's funny, I don't think, I can't remember, did you have the guns when you first arrived, or were they something you acquired after?
After.
I had one, and then I picked up one when we were in
That's right.
the Shaper area.
And they're making her a fancy gun, I think, too.
No, it's a bow.
Is it?
Mr.
I thought. Well,
Shaper.
no. What about that thing they're researching for you?
Oh, the fire stick thing at the
Yeah,
what is that place called?
I'm looking forward to fancy gun. Fucking,
Build gun.
I can't wait to see a 2-foot rabbit just pull out a shotgun.
Hey, she's like 3 feet.
Okay, a 3-foot rabbit riding a rainbow wolf just like come out with a shotgun and just like start chasing things.
Aurora just like racks it with her teeth, and it's like the Terminator one-handed reload.
Graham and I
Can
gonna turn around after we hear an explosion and just be like, "That thing lost its head."
What's up?
Can I use a bonus action to drink a healing potion?
Yes, you can. You would have to roll to restore the hit points. If you use an action, you get the full. But yes, you can use a bonus action to drink a healing potion.
I do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll. What is it? 2d4 plus 2? It's crazy. I can never remember.
So 8.
I was gonna double check something quickly, but I'm almost certain that's correct.
That's what I wrote down on the sheet for the potion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, 2d4 plus 2. So yes, you in fact get 8 hit points back.
What was the D6? Was that the 4d6 for the greater?
A superior healing potion. No, I'm sorry. Is it superior? What is it? Oh, greater. Yes, greater is 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, okay, 44. That's what I was thinking.
So it's literally twice as good.
All right. Well, that'll be my turn.
All right. Otto, you're up.
I'm gonna hit the fire elemental again.
All right.
Otto's just like, let's get rid of this, bro.
Well, that does hit for a nice 11 slashing damage.
11.
That does not hit.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah, you just barely managed to slap this creature with your sword for an additional 8 slashing damage.
I can do math.
All right, give me my fire.
Okay, so for that first hit, you're going to suffer 3 fire damage and then 7 fire damage for a total of 10.
That averaged out to average.
Yeah, it actually did. All right. Yeah, you're just suffering these burns as this creature just burns you. Burning.
Well, make it stop.
The flagellant from Darkest Dungeon? That's all right. Ah, ha, ha, ha. More pain!
You say that,
that'll be
but
it.
you see it like beginning to start boiling some sugar to toss on you.
Ah.
All right.
Onward. Next person.
Graham, you're up.
All right. Oops. Start with the spiritual weapon, or it could take me back a page for no apparent reason. One moment.
To hurt you, I'm there.
Yeah, apparently. Come on, stupid fucking thing. Come on. All right, let's try that again. Does a 19 hit?
It does indeed, yes.
On the fire elemental.
It does, yes. Quite well, in fact.
Does it 10 force damage kill it?
It does not, but you can see that this creature's body is very quickly dispersing. Like, the fire is sputtering out. It very much reminds you of just a campfire that is on its last legs and rapidly burning through what remains of its fuel.
Nice. All right. Give me 2 wisdom saves again.
All right.
Or they take 16 necrotic.
Well done.
Fails?
And
Fails, finally.
all right. So that was 16. You say correct?
Yes, necrotic.
All right. And I'm almost certain they don't have anything related to a necrotic.
If they resist it, no, they don't. If they're immune to it, I can't do anything about that.
Now they have nothing. You see that they are not unaffected. They are unable to avoid suffering the full effect of your necrotic damage.
Good.
So let me just what is it there? Just gotta look for the number. 16. Okay. Yeah, you see the kind of you ring your horrible little bell at the salamander, and you can see like the black veins begin to like flow through the body as it like looks very much like it's suffering from some sort of decay or disease. As for the fire elemental, well, Graham, how would you like to kill this creature made of fire with just...
It dies as if suddenly it was completely starved of oxygen to continue burning. Like a combination of asphyxiation and smothering.
So yes, Graham, almost as if a invisible glass just completely covers this creature, it just rapidly just puffs out of existence, leaving the barest amount of the just ash remaining behind, the last indication of its body.
Good.
Well, Fire Elemental is unable to swipe at Otto no more, so on to Fern.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Alright, I will go ahead and shoot this guy.
Okay. And I believe you do have the ability to shoot into melee without suffering from, like, having to do disadvantage?
Yeah, from the gunner feet.
Yes, that's right. I was trying to remember the name of it. Well, it's a good thing you did. Holy guacamole. All right. Yeah, let me go bring out my old calculator.
29, jeez.
That's the first one was a 20. And then a 9.
She's had it with your ship, bro. She just wants to do bunny things and cook cupcakes, and you're just in the way.
Yeah,
She
stop
does.
chasing me and pivot around. Who wants you?
That's hilarious. It's funny, the thing specifies a melee weapon attack. And so, even if you're within 5 feet and you do a ranged weapon attack, you don't suffer a splash.
Interesting.
Fern, as you just... Yeah, they probably should have said, if you hit this thing with a weapon within 5 feet of it, you suffer, but it doesn't, so I'm not going to punish you for the lack of foresight on that regard. Fern, you see Fiffle kind of like attempt to stab it, and the creature looks to Fiffle, sees that Fiffle did nothing, and turns towards you, and you just bam, right in the face.
Yes.
And then quickly reload, and bam, in the chest. The creature is in absolute shock as part of its face has just been torn apart by this bullet, and its chest is bleeding. It's still standing, but it suddenly looks a lot rougher than it was before.
Alright. That's good. Let's see. Aurora will come attack its end too. Shut up over here. Shit.
I'm just giving Aura noises.
Boof. Alright, that does hit. For 13 slashing damage. Aurora doesn't have like a... Aurora, I feel like, is a kind of dog who's large enough that she just does the boof sound. She doesn't have like the yippee bark. Aurora tears into this creature and just kind of starts ripping apart the torso. It's still alive, but it definitely looks like it is in bad shape.
Does not look good.
No. On to the Smalamanders. Unless you wish to do anything else with your turn. I'm sorry. I should have checked.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Salamanders. So we're going to start with one that is closest to Otto. It is going to Spiritize him. It is fails in that regard, so it's going to swipe it with the tail, but also fail. Alright. The one by Graham is uninjured and is confident in its abilities. It is going to stab at Graham. but it's going to miss. Then it's going to swipe at Graham with its tail, which will hit.
Is he back? I can roll for him.
Oh, no.
I'll roll for him.
Okay. 13 bludgeoning and 2 fire.
Okay.
And I'm assuming an athletics.
Athletics. Where are we?
Graham's able to avoid being grappled.
And how much was it?
Total of 15 damage.
Graham is
Probably in rough shape.
22.
Yeah. Sorry, Graham, I hit you.
He
You hit me again?
Yeah.
I adjusted your HP.
He didn't.
How much was it?
You're down to 22.
Fucking stop. Don't.
Yeah, these are kind of rough.
Just wait till Jesus hears about this.
Eidos is going to have a strong talk with you tonight, Mr. GM.
Really? You're going to strike Graham on my pure Eidos server?
Really? Right in front of my loyal?
Alright. The salamander is going to use its action and disengage.
You can't run from the gun.
Lee has awakened the bloodshed.
All the salamanders with the fancy kicks can't run faster than my gun.
Jumped up kicks.
That's what it was, jumped up kicks.
The original is pumped up kicks, but rabbit.
I haven't heard that song in years. I could not remember.
Hang on, let me link you the Bardcore version.
Alright.
It's called Buskin' Boots.
And yeah, so Fibble, you're up. You just see this thing tear ass away from you.
Now he knows how I feel.
Fuck you, yeah, you hate it.
I will run up here to help Grant. And I will stab this one.
Okay. It does hit.
Half damage or no damage from non-magic weapons?
You saw that it was affecting them, but it wasn't doing as much as you had suspected. So, and mechanically, it was resistance. All right, for a total of 20. So yeah, Fibble, you just run up, you stab it, and you're like, haha. Unfortunately, you also get a face full of lava.
So, I've been completely forgetting about, what is it?
Sneak attack.
Uncanny dodge.
Ah,
But does that, so this isn't, the lava spray isn't an attack, or is it?
It is not an attack, and if I'm just gonna check rogue quickly, because uncanny dodge.
It's when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
Yeah, this is not an attack. This is an effect of hitting the creature with your attack.
That's why I specifically asked that, because
Yeah.
it's different. Yeah, okay. It's going to be another 8.
And you only took like 4 from it. So, I mean, your face full of lava was more like just a little puff of steam that like hurts a little bit. But also it foliates very well.
Oh.
down to the bone.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, because if I disengage, then I'll just have to come back here, and if I hide, then I'll get attacked, because I'm too close. So I'm just going to stay here.
All right. And if that is your turn, then we'll go to Otto.
Yes.
Otto, you're up.
If I attack the one that's running away with Eldritch Blast, is it disadvantage?
Yes, because I believe you are engaged with somebody. You are. It would be a disadvantage. Yes.
Whatever. You can run away. I'll hit the one here.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Okay. She will end it.
Vermin has the bloodlust.
Bun is done.
That does hit. Okay, for 12 slashing damage. And that also hits, surprisingly, for also 12 slashing damage. Okay, 1 second while I just do a little math here.
Smath.
Okay. Otto, you are going to, from that first hit, you are going to take 6 fire damage, and from that second hit, also 6 fire damage. Oh, look at that. Yes. That's kind of funny. 12, 12, 6, 6.
Rude.
That being said, the creature is looking like it is in bad shape. It is not happy. It is possibly upset.
It's smad.
Just for my own knowledge, Otto, what are you down to? You've been taking beatings.
I'm like at. Hang on, I gotta math this real quick. How much was it?
You took 12 total of fire damage from
I'm
that.
at 45
Okay.
after this. I update it.
All right. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
No, that'll be it.
Graham, you're up.
All right. Spiritual weapon is going to try to bonk the thingamajig next to the dead elemental.
Okay.
Am I? Oh yeah, I am next to Fiffle. Can I get the halfling wink?
Yeah.
That's a weird question. I'm just checking something very quickly just to make sure. I think it works, but I just want to verify so I can be sure. A melee spell. Yeah, so technically it's you doing it through the weapon as far as I'm aware. So you would actually get the benefit. That's kind of funny. So if the weapon is farther from Fiffle than 30 feet, but you're next to Fiffle, and the weapon misses through a 1, you can still get it. That's hilarious. That's kind of
nice.
I guess it is you channeling the weapon. But all right, so yes, the 19 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And it will take 11 force damage.
Very good.
Is it deed?
It is still alive, but it is definitely looking rough. In fact, about in as bad shape as the one that's running away.
Okay. How about the one that I'm in melee with Fiffle?
That one, in good shape. It suffered from the stab that Fiffle gave it, but it is almost... The wound Fiffle gave it was the first wound it had taken.
Gotcha. Let's see. Then I am going to... First, I'll have to deduct that spell. I almost forgot to do that. Would trying to hit it with a touch attack damage me?
You're not sure?
Mm-hmm. No, screw it. I am going to try inflict wounds on it.
All right.
So, ignore the spell save DC. It would be higher now.
So
Also,
it's
I
going
don't
to
even
be
think it has a spell save.
inflict wounds would be you would make a melee spell attack against it.
Yeah.
Melee attack.
But it doesn't deal physical damage. It deals necrotic. So... Well, I push the button for... Oh, there we go. Yeah, cast at level 1. 19, and I guess it rolled 11 necrotic. I'm also going to... actually, can I, or does that cost a bonus action? Give me a sec. Touch of Death. Does Touch of Death... Yeah. Nope. Okay. No action. So I'm also going to deal an additional... we're 8th level?
I can't remember. Hold on.
8th or 9th?
You are 8th, yes.
Okay. So it'll take an additional 21 necrotic damage from that.
Okay, so a total of 32?
32. Yep.
It's really mad.
Okay.
Okay.
32 damage to that bad boy.
Face
And
Melter special.
Okay, so the salamander says, a creature that touches a salamander or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet takes 2d6 fire damage. It doesn't mention if it's like, so melee spell attack, melee weapon attack, it doesn't differentiate, so I'm going to rule that it is going to inflict the fire damage on you for that one. It wasn't affecting your spiritual weapon for the simple fact your spiritual weapon isn't a thing that exists as a like physical object that can take damage.
Alright.
So wow, nine fire damage.
Jesus.
You flow this damage into this creature, and where before it looked very healthy, now it looks very sick. It looks half dead. But where you touch the creature, the burning heat of its body like burns your hand badly, and you're able to flow the you're able to pass the test. You don't get stabbed with the Gam Javar, but you're able to flow the damage into the creature and hold on long enough, and then just pull back your like burned hand. All right, fire elemental is dead. Oh, I'm sorry. That's. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
No, that's it.
All right, Fern, you're up.
Okay.
Has the
I will
red
be shooting this guy.
Okay, the red mist has descended upon you.
I will shoot him once. And again, if he doesn't die.
Yep, the first shot, it is about to dive into the lava, and the bullet just right through the back, right through the front. How do you kill this thing?
Nice.
Oh, well, if you like that.
Oh,
He
well,
falls
sorry.
in the lava.
I was just giving a very brief description, but okay, yeah.
That works for me.
Halima.
Okay, and I will shoot this other guy with my other
Okay,
attack.
that hits for 10 piercing. Here's my question. Is Fern enraged, or is it just like a...
Ice cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think she's enraged. She's just kind of tired of him chasing them around,
Yeah, Graham, you just see...
trying to kill him.
Graham, Fiffle, even Otto, you just see Fern with just like expressionless face as she just pops one in the back, turns, and shoots the other one in the chest.
God, what have we done to Fern?
It is very
terrifying.
much... It's very much that Turkish Olympian shooter
Oh.
and the way that she looks.
Completely matter of fact about it.
Yeah, Aurora's gonna come over here and help kill this one.
All right. Okay. Aurora goes to bite, but the creature's able to kind of like duck out of the way and just kind of like twist its body around as she snaps at it, and she is able to avoid being struck by her.
Yeah. Okay.
Salamanders. They're going to use their action, and it's going to disengage. Now, Otto, do you have the ability to stop it from disengaging? With your Sentinel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if you can make one single opportunity attack as it disengages from you, so go ahead. If you choose to, of course. Also, are you talking? I can't hear you.
I accidentally muted myself. I was checking.
Okay.
All right, I will swing at it.
Unfortunately, your sword just bounces off the scales, and it is unable to like get purchase. So the creature is not hit by your opportunity attack, and as it just disengages, it just sinks into the lava.
Do I keep focus on it?
No, you see it just disappear beneath the lava's surface. You cannot see it through the molten rock.
Okay.
The other one also disengages. 5, 10, and it also sinks into the lava. All right. With that, however, the battlefield is still, and you don't believe you are in combat anymore, as The creatures have retreated.
Ow.
Yay.
Take that.
Let's find a place to hole up for an hour. Ow.
Yeah, Graham is burned. He's stabbed. He might have heard them whisper something mean about Eidos in his ear. He's not sure.
Oh, that's not cool.
Anyway, let's move up and then get a high vantage point or something.
Find some place to crash.
You do see the remnants of some of these buildings around still. Most of them have been pretty badly torn down. If you would like to find somewhere to hole up, give me a perception check, please.
Yeah. Well, at least we got Fern.
Fern, with your rabbitine eyes, you are able to spot one of the structures that is still more intact than the rest. It does have some crumbling walls, but it is away from the lava, and it is better than the other buildings in the area.
Okay.
The building itself, a short single-story structure. It has thin slits for holes, for windows. There are a couple of holes in the wall. Nothing tremendously large, nothing that even Fiffle, Fern, you might have trouble kind of sneaking through them. The door itself is kind of fallen off, hanging by a single hinge. The door appears to be made out of stone and has like just an iron circlet attached to it to act as a handle.
Guess we're going inside.
If you would choose to.
Maybe do a quick reconnoiter first.
Yeah.
Someone else chooses to go inside first.
I mean, I'll go in now.
Or knock on the door. Is someone living here still?
Hello?
Knock knock, home invasion.
The door remains on one single hinge, kind of tilted to open.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, you can still knock on it if you choose to.
Okay, I'll knock on the door.
The door flies off the hinge.
The door. There's no one responds. You know.
Do we hear anything? Is there...
Make another perception check, please.
Okay.
Your rabbitine ears do not detect any noise within it.
Okay, I'll tell everyone I don't hear anything inside. Should we go in?
As well.
Sure.
Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. As you walk inside, Graham, a bug flies by your head.
What?
A small, kind of mothish looking creature.
Interesting. Seems like a strange place for a moth-like creature.
It does indeed.
Yeah, I bet it's full of lava. Don't squish it.
Hit it with a fly swatter, just explode.
I'm imagining the little like fiery bugs in Terraria that are in hell.
Oh god.
Well, as you do look out over this field, you do occasionally see some small little flashes of light, which appear to be reminiscent of fireflies to you.
All right, let's rush.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you are you were able to hunker down for an hour of, just not strenuous activity. I don't know if What do you do exactly while you're within this building?
Can I can cook during part of the short rest, and anyone who uses hit die will be able to heal or regain an extra 1d8 hit points if
Nice.
they eat it.
I will happily partake.
Roll
Oh,
the
Fern, it's funny. You find yourself. It's actually rather easy to start a fire down here. Who knew?
Yeah.
And 1d8.
What
One. Nice.
food
8,
do
12.
you cook?
What food do I cook?
Yeah.
3.
I think you can redo that critical fail. I don't recall.
I believe rolling hit die is a separate thing than.
Yeah. It's not like a d20 or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, is that Kaido's thing that I'm thinking that he had?
I can't
Might be.
remember.
Because he rolled really bad all the time.
That's true. I think there's a feat, and you might have picked that one. I can't to like be
Yeah.
able to.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And I have not been able to rest long enough to get all my hit dice back in ages. I'm out again.
All right. I'm sorry. What food did Fern cook?
She made pancakes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, you see Fern just pull out a frying pan, collect some very old pieces of this charred ashen wood, and is able to start a fire and just pull out some pancake batter from her pack. Fern is surprising that she's able to like just. Funny enough, because your chef's kit does just haul along all this food, so you're able to just pull everything you need to make pancakes, including eggs.
My God. That's cool.
Where did she get those?
Don't worry about it. None of your business, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Able to whip up some pancakes, season it with a little bit of lard, make it like a little butter on the top, and even some kind of sweet syrup that she'd acquired.
My word.
Hey, pancakes. Even Aurora eats them.
Aurora just kind of like gets some of the syrup on her fur and has to like kind of lick it off Mr. Ed style.
Wilbur.
But you are able to rest, restore your hit points, enjoy some of Fern's pancakes. Very, very good, very fluffy. The city itself, you've been able to approach a little bit more. It is approaching, you are having walked a little bit, a few hundred feet from the dome itself, and the city was only about half a mile away. The buildings do seem as if they had been initially built next to this road, and what remains of the road does continue further towards the city itself. And that being said, you've also been there an hour, so Fern, your concentration on your magic weapon disperses.
Okay, it's not a magic gun anymore.
The gun becomes unmagical.
It had rainbow glow when it was magical.
Oh.
Drank one of those energy drinks from Solution 9.
Yeah.
Throat's a bit parched.
All right.
We needed the announcer for the fight.
Yeah.
All right, so we headed to the city. Let's keep going, I guess.
Okay.
Obviously, keeping an eye out for weird fire elemental things and lava salamanders.
As you proceed forward, you are closing in on the city, and you arrive at a section where more of the kind of lava has broken forward. Bones of these large, strange creatures are littering the field, and It looks as if the lava had probably broken into this area, ripping up the road within previous decades, possibly from some seismic event. You're not sure, but it does block your current path forward.
We should be able to just jump it over, right? I think everybody's strong enough.
Probably.
I can rabbit hop it.
Just Olympic shot put throw.
Yeah.
Where is the garbage?
Or let's take a look before we jump over for
Look before we leap? Never.
yeah. Anything in the lava?
Make a perception check.
Everybody look around.
Buddy, look at your hands.
All right. Everyone's very much on guard to avoid being ambushed again. Looking in the lava, it's difficult to see through it. It's not translucent like water is. However, you don't see any movement indicating that there's anything that is moving within the lava itself. The lava is not itself flowing. It is kind of just existing and just kind of rests or remains still. It does not appear that there is anything that is within the lava. You only see some stones, rocks, the occasional bone. That's all.
All right, let's jump over, I guess. Which direction are we headed?
Woohoo!
The city itself would be, it's difficult to orient. You're in essence calling it north.
All right. Okay.
Just put yourself wherever you would like to go. And also,
I'm trying to find
Just load a map of Disney World.
I guess. Okay, so I guess we would go this way, right? Whoa.
Oops, sorry.
How
My
did I
map.
do
Sorry, the map is screwy. I was trying to fix it.
All right, northwest, I guess.
Okay, so we're hopping over, like here.
So
Hey, just
I'm gonna
wait.
put you where you need to be, but the map being off is bugging me.
Oh, yeah. Reality moves beneath you.
Yeah.
Not again.
I didn't even notice it when I was first setting it up. There you go. You're fine. See? Here, I'll put
Okay.
you back there.
Yeah, we're headed this way.
We're all over here.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
All right, and then I guess we'll go north, and I guess take a look around here again.
Yeah, you find yourself as you jump across next to some piles of bones that have survived the intense heat of some unknown creature.
How big are these bones?
Large, bigger than a horse. It's only the partial bones. You're not able to get like a full idea, but you are next to what appears to be the remnants of a rib cage.
Okay. I don't want to stay around whatever singed this thing. If you go up here, anything stopping us from jumping over? Take a look. See.
Yeah, give me another perception check.
Aha!
I got an 18 and then a 7. That's just funny. Like, why is it double rolling? I hate this left.
I think the 7 was me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Otto got an 18. Graham is somewhat farther from the lava, so he's having a tougher time seeing. Otto, you are next to it. You look in, you do not see any movement. You do not believe there is anything within the lava?
Okay. Anybody else want to take a look before we jump over?
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Jump over. Whee!
Yeah, you're also reasonably confident there is nothing within the lava itself.
Okay.
You can't say 100% sure, but you know, you don't see any movement.
Yeah.
Otto, as you land on the other side, you can feel that the stone beneath your feet is loose. It is kind of crumbling. It doesn't feel as stable as the one you had just jumped from.
All right, I want to move over this way real quickly. Is it all feeling unstable?
Beneath your feet, it does feel as if it is very kind of ready to just break apart. Where it will lead to, you're not sure.
What if I jump over here? Because obviously, hang on. Does the whole thing feel unstable or just the area?
The stones you are on feel a bit unstable.
If I move more in, does it feel more stable?
A little bit. As you begin to move in, you can see the area you just landed on begin to crumble within this kind of lava river.
Okay. I point for them to go to the north.
Okay, so we should go this way.
Yeah. And I will... go up here, I guess, and jump over here. Well, I'll go up here and then jump over.
Yep.
I'll take a quick look before I jump over.
Okay.
Let me do my
perception check. As you lean to look into the lava, you do not see any movement. Oh dear.
There's the movement. Hide.
You hear this sound of kind of stone cracking under your feet as the stone begins to give way into the lava river. You have only a few seconds to actually make your move.
I would have jumped over immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stone where you were immediately crumbles into the river, widening by, you believe, another 5 feet. You didn't give it a good measurement. As you land, you feel the stone beginning to also kind of start to crumble a bit.
Okay, and I will move up here, obviously trying to be aware of what's going on until it feels a lot more stable.
As you get further from the lava rivers, the stone feels a lot more stable. Where you had left, though, it does feel as if it is ready to just kind of collapse within. You're concerned that this lava river may soon become a lava lake.
Oh no. That's illegal.
Everything's illegal here. I will tell them to hurry up. Lava river will be lava lake, and I shall call it Lake Otto. Lotto.
Lotto.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we'll hop to here. Over there.
Okay. On this island in the center, you can feel the stones are very unstable. You can actually feel them almost kind of glide across as you put your feet on them, and you can see them breaking apart, and you can see just the glow of the lava underneath. And you're not sure how much longer this island you're on is actually going to last.
Alright, Fern's going to come over here and quickly hop over here and go that way.
Okay.
With Aurora.
As you do so, that island begins to break apart. Graham, you are the last one. What do you do?
Graham is also going to run and jump.
Okay.
Not into the lava. Cannonballs right in. Splat.
You're just feeling a little cold. Okay.
Graham was only partially burned, so he's got to even it out, Poirot style.
Got to get both sides.
Yeah.
All right.
As you have leapt across this island, you can see it does collapse in, and the stone just starts to break in and sink within this lava, now lake, as Otto has christened it Lake Otto.
Lake Otto.
If there's a little rock, I can put the name of the lake. I just write with a little stone as Lake Otto.
Where do you put
Your
it?
authority is not recognized inside Fort Kickass.
Where does Otto place this stone?
Probably like right here or like right here.
You quickly see Otto just scratch into a stone. Lake Otto.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. You're only a few hundred feet from this. It's not a city per se. It is in essence, a very small kind of settlement, but it is built like a city. It is reminiscent of the Orwellian style of putting the large curtain walls around their cities. It is, in essence, a very small, very, very small Vaxfall. You can see that there are these towers that have been built up. You can see that from where you are, that's the excellent dwarven craftsmanship that has been put into creating this area. The stone itself has been locally sourced. You can see that it does match a lot of the stonework that is comprising this area, quarried from within. The city itself is actually, from the outside, in great shape. Where the other structures have fallen and broken apart, this one has stood, and even the years that have gone by have not been able to break it down any. It has, if it's just by just the excellent craftsmanship or by perhaps subtle magic placed within it to ensure that it doesn't crumble, whatever the reason, it has been able to withstand the test of time.
Nice.
As you approach, there is a large stone gate that has been directly in front. Well, the road itself is now in much better position. You can see that the stonework there has also been very expertly placed together now that it hasn't been torn apart by lava rivers. It is covered by ash, but you can see that the stonework itself has been placed together with such excellent precision that where you can, if you strain your eyes, you can see that these are bricks that have been put together, but it is very difficult, and it looks like it has been set together very, very well with very little in the way of being able to actually, like, you couldn't even slip a blade between these bricks. They are just so tight together.
Nice.
What do you do from there? The gate rests in front. It is a large gate. You can see that where the curtain wall itself has not had any decoration, this gate is very well decorated with dwarven symbols and marks. A excellent amount of artwork has gone into making a very well done series of dwarven runes and inscriptions, and even pictures of various dwarven figures. Does anybody here speak dwarven?
Not I.
Let me see. Maybe not.
I think I do.
I could pretend to speak Dwarven if that would help.
No, it's Gnomish.
Oh, I do. I do.
Oh, yay! We're not completely lost.
Where, for everybody else, the words are completely unknown, with the exception of Fiffle, who is reasonably certain that this is Dwarvish for Fiffle is great.
Yep.
Fern, you're able to ascertain what these dwarven runes and symbols mean. A lot of it is simply indicative of who actually built this place. As you're able to just read it, you're able to determine that there are a number of, and almost entirely, members of Clan Stonecutter that have gone into being the ones who were able to put this together. So actually, Graham was not 100% correct, but very close in the Dwarven clan that he had guessed as being the builder of this.
Nice. I'll take it.
A cousin of the previous clan, Stonecutter is. So, yeah, family at least. The Dwarven artwork is an older style, several hundred centuries you would suspect, based upon the kind of popular art that was at the time. But yes, the ruins themselves are created by dwarves. They live very many years. The language itself does not change too frequently. You were also able to get a brief history of the reasons for why the dwarves were brought in to create this area. From what you can tell, this little settlement was built to act as a research hub for more controversial infernal research, and where it's not illegal, it was definitely something that would be not quite socially acceptable. The dwarves were brought in thus to make an area farther away where it could be researched without causing any trouble for anybody. They had built it to a very specific specifications and ensured that their handiwork would be well known and used. So while this is a city entirely within the dwarven style, it is not entirely used by dwarves.
Let's vandalize it. Wait, no.
Well, you do see that there is you actually don't see any vandalism, which is odd to you. You've seen vandalism along the walls in Vaxval, along with really all the other cities. This one remains surprisingly unmarked.
So they weren't delinquent fire elementals.
They obey the rules.
Learn the rules. Not much else to do but keep exploring, I guess.
All right. You push open the gates.
Unless somebody's got some real strong compunctions about it.
You're attacked by a dwarf dragon.
A dwagon.
I'm just gonna hide behind you guys.
Yep, let's go.
Was the gate latched, or are any mechanisms long gone?
You don't see anything that would be lockable on the gate.
Okay.
The gate doesn't push open into the city, it pulls outwards, but you're able to kind of just grab onto these large iron handles and just kind of pull it forward. For such a large gate, something that could probably fit through a giant creature, they swing open very easily. They are extremely well balanced, and you can just feel a subtle pull towards the interior. If you leave the gate open, you suspect that they would probably swing shut and close again, give enough time. You do actually feel a slight mechanism, though, as you open it, but not one that restricts the movement.
Okay. Maybe we can find a chunk of rock and we can keep it from closing, just in case.
Well, there's plenty of rocks around.
Graham will find a suitable rock for the task.
Okay. The area around the gate has been swept clean. There are no rocks around, but just outside of the area you can find rocks that are larger, heavy, probably a good 50, 60-pound rock, but one that is large and heavy enough to prop the gate open.
Graham will attempt this.
As you pull open the gate, it swings open. The rock that you place in does seem to keep the door open.
Hooray!
Okay. You walk to the city within the actual walls itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
887 constitution checks, please.
As you walk in, you do see that the area is filled with these nice, well-made dwarven buildings, as well as some tents and other structures that have been kind of built around, acting as basically things to provide a little bit of security against the ash that has come in. As you're a few hundred, or not hundred, but as you enter into the gate, you do hear a noise as the mechanism activates, and you see that the gate does swing shut, and an imp kind of flies down from this kind of guard tower area, and it starts chittering at you. Does anybody speak Infernal?
I don't think so. Graham will wave at it, though. Howdy.
It switches over to surprisingly common as it realizes that you're unable to actually speak its language. And what are you doing? Were you raised in a barn, leaving the door open like that, making me turn on the shutter?
Yeah. Sorry, we kind of thought this place wasn't occupied.
It's quite occupied. Rude guests.
I'm very sorry about that. My name's Graham.
I am Imp.
I'll go shut the door.
I shut the door already. Little
Okay.
creature thing, beast.
Beast. Creature. Just wants to know where his children are.
You are visitors. No visitors for quite some time, yes. Must tell the masters.
Who now?
Masters here summoned us. And I would like everybody to make perception checks.
Uh-oh. Haha.
Graham, you can see that there are actually a couple dozen imps kind of crawling along the walls or fluttering in alcoves, looking at you through windows. They are suspicious. They are looking at you. They are not making any movement towards you, however, with the exception of this one imp who has introduced himself as Imp. Can you give me an insight check, Graham?
Probably not, unless I'm within halfling winking distance.
Are you?
I mean, I imagine you're all within at least 30 feet of each other.
That's better.
Graham, it's difficult to say these are not humanoid creatures. It is a combination of suspicion and curiosity.
Graham's gonna sheathe his weapon. Keep the shield ready, but not like super noited.
The imps don't seem to make a tremendous change in their posture and their attitude, but they do not go to do any hostile actions. And we'll actually go and show you. So you'll find yourself kind of at the bottom of this area here.
Fancy. Fancy.
The imp kind of crawls around the ground. Follow me. I'll take you. Wish to speak? Yes. Wish to escape? Yes.
Graham will follow.
As you are led up the street, you find yourself in a somewhat open courtyard. There is a table that has been set up in front of a statue. The statue itself was at one point, you suspect, a dwarven woman. However, you can see that it has been vandalized and broken down with additional etchings on it and made up to appear as some sort of infernal creature with the horns kind of twisting from the head and spiraling away from it.
Interesting.
As you pass through the street, you see more infernal creatures, different varieties. If you'd like, you can make an Arcana check to attempt to identify them.
I will try. Apparently my rolling sucks, so here we go.
Wow, that's actually not too bad. All right. Although you're able to see some... These are not very dangerous fiends you've ever seen. Not that you've seen a ton, but with, certain exceptions related to your backstory.
Mm-hmm.
You see these kind of like strange bat-like ones that are almost like a tiny monkey with a bat face, kind of twisting along and running down the road. Imps, of course, very tiny little creatures that are just fluttering around. You see these creatures you would identify as lemurs, which you would recognize as being the lowest level of devils. That would typically be just these near mindless creatures. These are not very dangerous unless they're in numbers. There are probably at least a couple, 3, maybe 4 dozen, who seem to be... The lemurs themselves don't really seem too perceptive of you. The other creatures, the other fiends around, they seem like they are more curious of your nature. The imp who's been guiding you, Terry Knott, get rewarded for bringing you to the Masters. Yes, that's good for me. Stuck in that gate too long, making me close it, open it, mostly close it.
Durandal over here.
So your purpose is to open the gate.
No, my purpose is close the gate.
Right.
So, what can you tell us about your masters?
Powerful, yes, they are. Very wise, very expressive in their anger when disappointed.
Okay.
All right.
Come, follow me. I'll lead you to them. You give them good word of imp's deeds. Yes, that does sound good. Follow along, then. As imp is bringing you here, can you give me another insight check, please?
Yes.
All of us, or?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because I rolled a 10.
Yes. Good. So, Otto, Fern, you're realizing that as this imp is taking you closer to the interior of the city, it is beginning to appear more afraid. It looks like a kind of shivering animal, like a dog that's been struck.
Oh. No bully imp.
And as it brings you into this kind of courtyard area, you find a river of lava. This one is flowing faster than the lava that you had fought the salamanders and the fire elemental at. A strange boat kind of rests within it that has been treated to allow it to actually rest within the lava itself. You see a small imp crew kind of piloting it. As you enter into this courtyard in the middle here, you see a number of tables set up with a feast in front. Within the area here, you see 4 beings. You see a fiendish man. He has kind of this dark red skin with these horns jutting from the head, wings coming from the back, and the kind of spiked tail. He is dressed in very fine clothing. He has jewels covering him, necklaces, rings. You see another devil who is wearing almost, you would suspect, kind of scholarly or maybe even clerical robes. Very well jeweled. He has like very just lots of gold covering him. Also has the horns and the wings, as well as a kind of crown resting upon the head. You see a woman. She is large, taller than even a Goliath. She is wearing an extremely fine dress, but you can tell she very much has a fiendish nature, just has kind of these bestial claws, bestial kind of like hooks on the feet, and a long kind of serpentine tail ending in a spike at the end. The last of the beings is this large, bestial looking creature. He is wearing not any real clothing beyond just some kind of tattered rags, and has these kind of like an iron chain as a belt holding up what passes for these kind of like leather pants. They approach you, or they see you approach. Ah, we are informed correctly. We have guests, the very well-dressed first man you've seen. Oh, come then, sit at our table. Partake. Let us not be said to be poor hosts.
Well, howdy.
Greetings.
I'm just going to insight that.
Go ahead.
Yay.
Okay, Graham. This is obviously a facade. This friendly greeting to you is, at best, you would suspect just pure custom. And there's this very real hint you get as you like listen to his words of this kind of arrogance underneath. It very much reminds you of the Count of Drindir.
Mm. Ah, a bastard.
Your mortal enemy.
Okay, but doesn't seem nefarious aside from just being smug and standing on a ceremony. Graham will take a seat and kind of nod.
The two men and the women seem polite to you. The large beast creature sort of just growls at you, but ultimately does not go to block you. It does seem like it is very much attempting to not act in a very dangerous way. Yeah. It's very much attempting to hold on to polite manners and is struggling to do so. I'm glad you've decided to join us. Have a very fine wine selection. The grapes they grow down here are a bit on the small side, but we've had some excellent food. We've harvested some wonderful salamander meat, self-cooking, funny enough.
Interesting.
Self-cooking meat.
Hmm.
En esta economía?
Well, everything cooks well down here. One would hope with all the fire in this area, all the lava. I mean, it almost reminds me of home, except for the rather droll dwarvish style.
Hmm. How long have you been down here, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, some 700 years.
That sounds about right.
And now, we four have a proposition for you all.
We saw you across the club, and we really like your vibe. Sorry, yeah.
We have quite a story to weave for you. If you care to listen, we just have one final guest who will be arriving in just a moment.
Oh, good.
And we will end this here, and I think we'll pick this up next time as you sit down. I'm assuming you all sit down at this table to
Yeah, I would
listen
follow eventually.
Yeah.
to this tale.